So let's take a second to focus in on reality. But not just from a Western point of view, we're going to contrast it with an Eastern perspective. Now, early on in Western civilization, philosophy and science were influenced by the concept of God as king of the universe. As king, God made the laws that the world obeys, like the law of gravity. And first philosophy and then science was, and may still be there. The only reason we have philosophy and science is to discover the laws that govern the behavior of the universe. Now, the Eastern approach was different. The world is not simply a puzzle of laws to be discerned. In the Eastern approach, it simply is. Let that settle in on you a second, because it's radically different than the Western view. The world just is. Now, humans can look for patterns, regularities, and whatnot, and sure, they're going to see patterns and see regularities in the flow of nature. But this is not a law per se. The conclusions we as humans find are the byproduct of human invention, a way of giving meaning to the world as we see it. Both Western and Eastern approaches share a belief that a deeper understanding of reality is possible with effort. But the approaches in how they get at this deeper understanding is significantly different. In the Western model, the approach to deeper understanding involves the application of symbolic thought. What do I mean by symbolic thought? I mean words and symbols. Westerners explain. Westerners write. Westerners describe. Westerners draw. In Western thought, the reality of the world is discerned through many of the methods you've discussed before, including logical argument and syllogisms. In the Eastern approach, thinking, that is, cognitive thought, moves us away from reality. The process of thinking takes our attention from the world that we're looking at and we're with and we're part of to the symbol and what it represents. In other words, you're not thinking about the beach. You're thinking about the word beach, and that is taking you away from reality. And how can you study something when you're moving away from it? In the Eastern approach, you discover the nature of reality by experiencing it directly without thought. So the way to discern the reality of the world is to get as close to the experience with it, to be one with. In this Eastern approach, it's not accomplished by the Aristotle and his syllogisms and his logic and his words. Instead, it's accomplished through a variety of meditative processes.
Created using Powtoon.